Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for March 14, 2024, 7 people charged following confrontation with the police in Whitehall, Westmoreland. 7 people have been slapped with charges after a viral video surfaced showing angry residents in a brawl after one resident was reportedly resisting arrest when the police went to shut down a party in Whitehall, Westmoreland on Sunday. The main antagonist has been identified as Andre Brown from Old Hope, Little London. The news understands that lawmen had gone to shut down a party in the community when Brown hurled offensive slurs at them. In the video that went viral on social media, a man in a black sweater was seen grabbing the neck of an officer while he threw blows at him. A woman was also seen intervening as a tug-of-war ensued. The man is also said to have disarmed one of the lawmen as they rolled repeatedly on the ground. The officers could be seen hitting the man with their rifles while residents shouted and boosted the man. According to Detective Superintendent of Police Sean J. Mitchell, Brown is still in custody and has been slapped with 9 charges. He is charged with 4 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm, unlawful wounding, resisting arrest, use of abusive and calumnious language, obstructing the police, failure to move and keep on moving, disorderly conduct, disobeying a constable, and assaulting a police officer. The DSP said the lawmen were met with force when they arrived at the entertainment event in the community after residents called complaining of the noise after 6 a.m. He said the lawmen went and the promoter complied. However, when the lawmen left, the music was back on and the police returned only to be met with force. He added that Brown started to act boisterously and began to use indecent language at the police officers. Mitchell said Brown was warned to desist from doing the same. However, he said Brown did not comply. The police, he said, attempted to arrest Brown, but they were met with force as he started to hit the officers. DSP Mitchell also revealed that the 4 officers involved received injuries, noting that one has scars below his eye. DSP Mitchell added that more charges will be preferred against Brown. Police Federation promises full support for new commissioner. Several stakeholders have thrown their full support behind the newly appointed Commissioner of Police, Dr. Kevin Blake, and have expressed the confidence that he will continue to steer the Jamaica Constabulary Force in the right direction. General Secretary of the Jamaica Police Federation, Corporal Arlene McBean, told the news on Wednesday that the Federation is quite happy with the selection of Dr. Kevin Blake as our next Commissioner of Police. Whilst we recognize the brilliance of all the other Deputy Commissioners, Dr. Blake has been, and other means that has seen different areas of the GCF that we would never thought of being modernized to a level of acceptance and recognition. We are at a level where our thrust is to improve on different areas of policing in order for the citizens of Jamaica to be safe, she said. We are giving our full support to our new commissioner, and we wanted to thank Major General Anthony Anderson for the tremendous job that he did while serving as Commissioner of Police, she added. Corporal McBean said the Federation is looking forward to great things from Dr. Blake, noting that she would like to see a focus on human capital and expressed the hope that the welfare of rank-and-file members of the GCF will remain the priority so that we can serve you, the citizens out there. She added the most important resource is human resource, and you have to ensure that all of that remains the internal priority, so that we can give of great service as we remain professional and respectful and serve the citizens of Jamaica. Corporal McBean said the Federation also looks forward to further advocacy on many outstanding issues and to see how best they can be resolved. In the meantime, in a media release on Wednesday, opposition spokesperson on citizen security and productivity, Senator Peter Bunting, congratulated Dr. Blake on his achievement, but noted that the opposition will be watching closely to see how he performs. The appointment of a police commissioner is a matter for the Police Service Commission, and the opposition would not second-guess their selection. However, the proof of the pudding will be in the eating, and we will be carefully observing his performance in the new role, he said. Bunting also reminded the new commissioner that the JCF Act gives sole operational superintendence of the force to the Commissioner, while policy is the purview of the Minister or Cabinet, and in some cases, like extending a state of emergency to Parliament. We therefore caution him not to involve the JCF in public advocacy for matters that the Constitution reserves for Parliament and on which there is no political consensus, he said. As we approach an election season, we also remind the Commissioner that it is especially important that the JCF be seen as an impartial and a professional force whose operations should support the democratic process rather than one party or another's interest, Senator Bunting added. Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, announced Dr. Blake's appointment during Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House. Dr. Blake will take over the reins of the JCF from outgoing Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson on March 19, 2024, a day after Anderson's contract expires. The new commissioner edged the other 3 deputy commissioners of police who applied for the job. Dr. Chang said that while all 4 deputies interviewed are excellent police officers, the Services Commission identified Dr. Kevin Blake as the best prospect to lead the force at this point in time. The other DCPs are Fitz Bailey, who is at the helm of the crime and security portfolio and is expected to retire soon, Clifford Blake, who is in charge of strategic operations, and Richard Stewart, who has responsibility for administration and the support services. Dr. Blake, who joined the JCF on a special entry program as an assistant to superintendent, advanced to the position of assistant to commissioner of police in 2013. He was promoted to DCP in June 2020. He has also served as the head of the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch, National Intelligence Bureau, and Era 3 Police. Dr. Blake has a PhD, High Commendation in Sustainable Development, a Master of Science in Computer-Based Management Information System, and a bachelor's degree in Computer Science and Mathematics from the University of the West Indies, Mona. Patient care assistant held on gun charges. A 42-year-old man from Kingston has been charged with possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition arising from an operation in his community on Wednesday, March 6. Charged is Harold Shepherd, a patient care assistant of Wilder Street, Kingston 16. Reports are that about 12:40 p.m., lawmen were in the area when a house that was occupied by Shepherd was searched. During the search, one Bersa 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 69mm rounds of ammunition was allegedly found in a bedroom. The man was taken into custody and was subsequently charged on Tuesday, March 12. He is currently awaiting a court date. Man fined $100,000 for stealing chairs from police checkpoint in St. Catherine. A man was on Wednesday fined $100,000 or 3 months imprisonment in the St. Catherine Parish Court for stealing chairs from a police checkpoint. 31-year-old security guard Nashawn Spence was charged with a simple larceny, but he pleaded guilty to the lesser offense of larceny by finding. He was sentenced by Senior Parish Court Judge Yvette Wentworth Miller. Facts are that on March 23, 2023, a police team was on patrol along the Spanish Town bypass when, upon reaching an unoccupied checkpoint near the Jose Marti roundabout, Spence was seen removing chairs and placing them into a vehicle. Spence was accosted. He explained that he saw the chairs and, not knowing if they were owned, he decided to take them. He was arrested and subsequently charged. Highly anticipated cartel ruling today. Jamaicans and global fans of incarcerated dancehall star DJ Vibes Cartel Palmer will tune in today to the Privy Council as they wait with bated breath to hear the fate of the popular entertainer who is hoping to have his murder conviction overturned. The country's final appellate court will deliver the highly anticipated judgment via live stream at 11 a.m. local time. Along with Cartel, fellow entertainer Sean Storm Campbell and their co-appellants Andre St. John and Kahira Jones are also set to hear their fate. The men were convicted of Clive Williams' murder in 2014 by a jury of their peers. The facts of the case are that after a trial lasting 64 days before the trial judge, and a jury in the Home Circuit Court in Kingston, Jamaica, the appellants were convicted of Mr. Williams' murder. The prosecution's case was that the appellants murdered Mr. Williams on August 16, 2011, after he failed to return 2 unlicensed firearms which the second appellant, Mr. Palmer, had given him for safekeeping. Mr. Williams was not seen or heard from after that date, and his body has never been found. Cartel and his co-convicts denied any involvement in the killing, and an appeal was set in motion. In April 2020, the Court of Appeal dismissed the appellant's appeal against the conviction. Now, more than a decade later, the accused men have brought the matter before Jamaica's final Court of Appeal, the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council. During the February hearing, a key issue that detained the law lords was the question of whether the trial process was fair given the incident with jury tampering. Lawyers who have weighed in on the matter believe that the pendulum of justice can swing either way, a full acquittal or a retrial.